What's up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the Wise Take MLB DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And I am joined once again by the GOAT, Paulie D. You can find him on Twitter at Paulie with 8 Ds. OG Paulie D, what is happening?
What's going on, man? Good day in sports tonight.
Yeah.
Baseball was a good slate. Raptors, Warriors, interesting series building up.
Yeah.
Just a good night for sports overall.
Dude, it really was. It was awesome. Game 1, the Raptors won, put a little upset. It was nice. Well, an upset, they were the favorites, but you know what I mean. Like, just kind of stake coming in and grabbing hold of the finals.
League.
Yeah. And then, in baseball, man, like, shout out to the entire nation, because, like, I saw a lot of really good stuff content-wise. I saw Cam was really big on the Brewers. Paulie, you and I were both big on the Rays, and then you were also big on the White Sox as a leverage play, which was awesome. Morton, Ryu, just a lot of really good stuff. When I was looking through some of the other content between the articles, cheat sheets, live streams, everything else, man. So I think we're on it, man. You know, like, just need the right shit to go our way one night. And it's just smashing season. Smashington.
It's good to get close,
It
though.
is.
Nice.
It's nice to get to whiff, you know what I mean? Get the smell, you know. We've got a monstrous slate, Paulie.
Yeah.
So, let's just do it. It's just, you know.
It's a really cool slate, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's cool.
You know,
it's cool. At least, like,
it'd be nice to have a lot of teams tomorrow.
Yeah. That would be really nice. There's a lot to cover. A lot of really, really awesome pitching. Because there's so many games, there's also some decent bat spots, and it's just there's gonna be a lot to like. Cash games. That's where we're starting. Pitching. I think normally there's like a guy that stands out that you're just like him. I think on this slate you can make a case for a few different people, but SP1 wise, Paulie, what are you thinking for cash game SP1?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a couple games with lines yet, but like, it's kind of interesting. Like right now, the Rockies are the biggest favorite on the slate, and then this, they're like 250, and the next highest is Cleveland at 164. And is Marquez the cash game guy? I don't think so. I feel very, very good about Chris Sale. It is a good offense. He's a very small favorite, but I do think he has a lot of K upside. The Yankees aren't fully healthy. He's got good history against them. He seems to be in really good form. But I also think, like, you want to get two pitchers, like, above 8.5 in cash tomorrow. Like, I don't think you want to pay down, so I don't know if, like, I want to get married to Chris Sale either. Like, maybe it is like a Marquez Caleb Smith combo. Like, there are some really big ceiling capable pitchers on the slate. But what are the Yankees projected for?
I don't think this is right, because today they were favored, and then like now they're showing as underdogs right now. But I don't think that's right. I think that's like a line that was set as if this game didn't get rained out. Because today the Red Sox were minus like 165. Like, I would imagine it's not going to be too different from that. You know what I mean?
How much are the Yankees implied for, though? Like, they're implied for 5 runs.
Yeah, but again, I think the lines are off. Like, that's
Okay.
like saying the Yankees are favored. J.A. Happ's favored over Sale. Which, like, again, today it was like 160. So I think that, like, this it's just...
it's got tomorrow's, like, probable pitchers in there.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, I think Chris Sale is like the safer, safest high ceiling of these guys up here. I mean, Corbin's in a tough park. Maeda's taking on a hot offense. I think Chris Sale is the safest. Like, I wanted to use him today against the Yankees, so
yeah,
I would say Chris Sale. But I do think, like, not sacrificing too much, like pitching, I don't know, somebody that's cheap, when you can get two guys that have big upsides, is also kind of like important tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. I don't know how many cheap options that we have available to us that are even in play, but I think in cash games right now, because of how deep the SP1 position is, it does seem like one of those slates where you're probably going to want to grab two SP1s. And Chris Sale would be my preferred option as well. You can make a case for Corbin, all of these guys, but Chris Sale is Chris Mother effing Sale. And yeah. SP2 is like guys to pair him with, Paulie. A lot of guys we can choose from. We got Folty, Lucchese. We got options everywhere. You can just try to say screw it and go double spend up. Who are some of your favorite SP2 options for cash?
For cash, like I think you got to take a look at Lucchese. You know, is he home? Yes, at home against the Marlins. Marlins go on the road. I mean, the Marlins are doing better of late, but against a close to ace pitcher and on the road, I don't know. I think he seems fairly safe, and at 8.8, kind of not too expensive. Who are the Mets playing?
The D-backs.
D-backs. I mean, I don't like that as much. Folty against Turnbull, like I don't know if we're ready to anoint Folty cash ready, but I'd have to like really look into his last start and see if I think he's trustworthy. But that's certainly an exciting GPP spot, an 8.5. I can get behind that. But I think Lucchese is like the right combination of safety and price.
I'm with you, man.
If we're gonna pair him with Sale.
I'm with you, bro. Like the price is reasonable. You can make it work. It's Miami. He's home. You know what I mean? Miami has not been hitting lefties. Tyler Beede had like the first decent MLB game of his career today against the Marlins.
Yeah. Baumgartner really did really well against them the night before.
Yeah. Dirty Dirk Diggler style. Yeah, I think Lucchese makes a lot of sense. Let's pivot to tournaments, Paulie. SP1's looking any different to you from a GPP perspective?
Well, I mean, I think all these guys have some like Peacock against Oakland. There's Oakland's missing a couple big bats. They're going to be very righty. He's really good to righties. That's got some GPP appeal. Caleb Smith against San Diego. This guy is, in the top 5 of creating whiffs against a team that strikes out a ton. Like that. Marquez is certainly like rounding into great form and probably has the stuff to blank Toronto even in Coors. They all have like little bits of risk, but in GPP, the upside is just massive there. Even Jose Barrios against the D-backs. I don't ever really want to step in front of the D-backs, but
Jose Barrios?
They do strike out. Yeah.
Yeah. Barrios is playing the Rays.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said
Barrios against the Rays.
Oh, they you said the D-backs.
No, Tampa Bay, my bad. And then Trevor Bauer against Dylan Covey. Like, Bauer's gotten hit, but against the White Sox, they strike out a lot. It didn't work out for Carrasco, but...
Well, Carrasco likes to do.
All these guys, all these guys are kind of interesting. And Tyler Skaggs at 8.4, I don't mind. So,
Skaggs.
That's the pitching pool right there tomorrow. I don't think see any way changing it. Just got to, get a couple teams so you can have a different combo.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think Chris Sale is perfectly fine, but there are a lot of guys to consider. And I'm with you on some of the like Folty in a tournament. I think is like you said in cash, you're a little worried because he had one good game. You know what I mean? But in tournaments, you're looking at 8.5 for Folty against Detroit, and you're like, he's back, baby. He is back. Like we are back. You know what I mean? Like, so. I think that you just add him to a list that was already kind of big to begin with, and you just have a crap ton of options. Yeah.
We kind of let weather, umpires, line movement, like hopefully cut some of these guys out tomorrow. But it's loaded this slate.
Yes, it is. I do like Skaggs against Seattle. Let's talk about some bats, Paulie. Talk about some bats up in here, man. Do any of these stacks stand out to you? We do have cores on this slate, and we have a guy named Edwin Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, today my favorite spot was the Red Sox against Hap. I'm still gonna like that. Hopefully, we have good humid conditions. But man, that Rockies situation is really enticing as well. And I do believe there may be some weather there as well, but those two really stand out a ton to me. Um, who else looks good here? I'm looking at like who gives up home runs. Yu Darvish gives up home runs. He's going to go to St. Louis in St. Louis. If we have like a favorable weather for offense kind of spot, I don't mind them. They're pretty hot.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Looking at the Rockies with their 7.2 projected run total. They've been hitting well. Coors has been going off like a mother sucker this year. It's like they do the humidor thing, and then MLB says, "All right, no doubt, we're just gonna juice these balls a little bit." You know what I mean? And we're seeing massive amounts of runs. Edwin Jackson has not looked good since coming back to the majors. I'm with you. It's going to be hard not to like the Rockies. The Rockies are expensive, at least expensive enough where it's going to be hard to get like a Chris Sale, Lucchesi, or one of those kind of pairings unless you have like a glue team or a couple glue value players that you can plug in at certain positions. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of opens up for us tomorrow. You know, there's just like that's even though the slate is huge, that spot stands out so much that I think that and I think that like that makes me like the Red Sox like that much more, right? Like they weren't probably even gonna be all that popular today on a 7-game slate, so I just don't see them being all that popular on a whatever the hell this is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I like that Red Sox idea in Yankee Stadium. These are typically high-scoring kind of deals. I know I like Chris Sale, and that kind of goes against the whole deal or whatever, but I think Chris Sale is GOAT status, and I think the Red Sox or J.A. Happ is not. So, I think I like that a lot, man. We got the
And the Red Sox stack has a couple really cheap value plays like that really make it awesome. You know, if we're going to be paying up for pitching, like you got Pierce, cheap. You got Jackie Bradley Jr., who's been on fire, cheap. You've got Brock Holt, who's 3.2, who's returning. You got Eduardo Nunez, who's like 3.4, was today. A couple cheap guys to mix with, you know, your JD and Mookie, and it's really easy to make things work with them.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Cashner, Pomerantz in Baltimore. Who wins this battle? An offense? Both offenses? One of the pitchers? Who do you think wins this battle?
Renato Nunez.
Yeah, Renato Nunez wins the battle.
But, I mean, I don't think either of these offenses are going to be like in the top upper echelon tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. You know, an interesting offense is the Washington Nationals. You know, they've been heating up. Malley's actually looked pretty good, like at times at least. And the Reds' bullpen has looked awesome. So on like a massive slate, I'm not immediately going there. But we know this ballpark's great for hitting. It's 80 degrees, 54% humidity. We know everybody kind of still, like, they look at the Nationals' record and they just assume that they're that bad. And in reality, they were just banged up, and they're finally healthy, and we're starting to see a lot of these guys click and hit. So it's kind of tempting. I just like there's too many signs pointing you away and pointing you in just other directions. But if I had 150 teams, like man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You give me 150 teams, I'm gonna give me some Nationals, man.
Dude, Rendon is extremely hot, just murdering the ball. You know, and they did get Turner back. Adams back, and Howie Kendrick.
Soto
back.
was also hot.
Soto is hot. Like at the very beginning of like a heat wave for him, he's probably going to hit a bunch of bombs.
Yes.
When it all clicks for these guys against a bad bullpen, like that stack has big upside. You know what I mean?
Soto and Rendon are doing dirties to their neighbors.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's gonna be interesting, man. There's a lot of ways to go. The Indians, I'm sure, will get some traction again, right? They kind of dudded today. Man, the Indians got priced up, and well, really, I guess it's just Santana. Carlos Santana is 5.2.
And Lindor's 5-2.
Yeah.
But talk to me about the White Sox,
The
bro.
White Sox, man. You know, I tell you
Bauer's
what.
been getting beat up.
He has not looked great. He is not having a good year. He opened up a YouTube channel called Watch Momentum, and it's pretty awesome. I love the channel, and I think it's because he's a smart dude. This Bauer is a very smart guy. And he'll be the first to admit that like his talent is not raw. Like he's somebody that has to be creative and has to work extra hard to get it done because he's not as athletic as some of those other guys. And I think he started this YouTube channel to transition his ass because he was like, I'm on the downslip here, man. So, like, these guys, they juice this ball, and these guys are out here rocking my ass. So, I'm going to start this YouTube channel so everybody loves me. And if I ever suck, I can just fall back on that. That's what I think is going on with Trevor Bauer, man. But something seems off. With him, most of his teammates, but really with him. Like, Carrasco, we've seen, like, kind of both sides. Bauer has not looked great, and it's a shame. And on top of that, the White Sox happen to be hitting the ball very hard. Even against Carrasco today, like the balls that were hit into outs were hit hard. A lot of them were hit hard. Earth was not his planet today, if you catch my drift. What do you think about Bauer? Bauer hour.
I mean, there's 11-mile-per-hour wind blowing out. Bauer's been getting murked by lefties. Yonder Alonso finally woke up today, and like Yomer Sanchez missed a bomb home run today earlier. He never hits home runs. Lurie Garcia got 3 or 4 hits. Abreu homered again. Moncada hit like a opposite hit double. These guys are very locked in, and it'll be super contrarian. It's definitely not like a main team thing, but it makes sense to get exposure because you're just going to get them solo owned, and they do have big upside when they're hot. It's an explosive offense.
Yeah.
Eloy Jimenez got 3 hits today.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I wonder what Bauer's ownership's going to look like. He's not going to be as popular as Dick Cock was today. What's his name? Carrasco. But
No.
I wonder if it's like particularly low because of that situation and because Bauer hasn't been so great. I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
I mean, the price is still good. 9.2, if you need bats, that's going to help. But if there's like a trendy, like cheap guy that opens up, or like people start like gravitating towards, and they're like, I'm just going to plug Sale with this guy, or I'm just going to plug, Ace whatever with this guy, then he can end up being somewhat low owned. So that's an interesting situation. But the White Sox definitely were hitting the ball horde today.
Yeah. And they faced him about a month ago and kind of lit him up. 2 home runs, 8 runs, 7 earned, 1 walk, 7 Ks over 5 innings. They lit him up like
dirty
3 weeks ago.
Dirty style. Skiggs. Any other offense you want to talk about, Paulie?
I mean, I don't know who's pitching for Arizona, but the roof's open.
It's some guy named...
I could see some Mets being blue guys.
His name is John Duplantier.
Oh, okay. That's a reliever. He probably won't pitch more than like 2 innings.
Yeah, and he's 7'9". I guess that's the Mets effect. If they got a pitcher that's against the Mets, then they have to like jack the price up. I don't know.
Is he lefty or righty? Righty, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Michael Conforto will probably hit a home run tomorrow. Probably.
Dini Hechavarria probably will too.
Yeah, man. What is with that dude, man? That dude has just been donkulous. Pete Alonso will also probably hit a home run tomorrow.
I'll say the Dodgers are interesting.
Yeah, against Arrieta,
who hasn't been good.
Yeah, Arrieta is... I don't like that guy much. You know what I'm saying?
He might be like hitting the top of the hill, like he's over the hill now.
Yeah, like I don't...
Better days might be behind him. He's Adam Wainwright now.
It's not like a personal dislike for him. I don't know him, obviously. But in DFS, like, you never really want to play him because he doesn't strike dudes out. You don't always want to attack him because he manages to get these ground balls and soft contact. And you're just a waste of a game. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is.
He's coming off a 30-point game against Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah. It's going down. The Dodgers are about to tattoo him. Tattoo him. You just made the Dodgers my favorite stack, Paulie. You did this. You did. If you start getting hate tweets from me tomorrow night, Paulie, just remember this moment.
I don't know why.
At 1:39 a.m. Eastern. You remember. All right, so I think that's it for the slate breakdown, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, we are going to, do the cash game core, the top threesies, the dong watch. But first, I'm going to remind everybody, if you haven't checked us out at wisec.com, make sure you get over there. Join the nation. Come become a better DFS player. Start off with a day pass if you want to try the content out first. $2.50 all it costs to get in for one full day. You get access to all of our articles and the strategy sessions that we've done 2 now. Today Paulie and I did contest selections, so if you get a day pass while you have the access, you can actually go back and watch the strategy sessions that we've done. So make sure you take advantage. You'll get the Y stream, which is a show we do 2 hours before lock. You'll get access to all the MLB content. The only thing you won't get access to is the Slack chat. That's for monthly members or higher. So, if you want to get a day pass, try it out. After that, save yourself some money, do the monthly option, get a season pass, something like that. You'll save money, you'll get in the Slack. Chop it up with the core members of the Wise Take Nation and, of course, the analysts.
Yo, Raider Nation won $6,000 tonight.
Dropping 7s on them. Dropping 7s on them. Raider Nation, long time Wise Take Nation member, man. He's been with us. He's been with us for a long time. Since day one.
Good for him.
Son.
Yep. 7s. All right. Core it up.
Core it up. Oh, yeah. Pitchers. Core it up. What we say? Sale and Lucchese?
I mean, we'll find out if we can make that work, if there's enough, value Bs.
All right. So on FanDuel, Sale. On DraftKings, Sale, Lucchese. Who's the stud?
Stud bat?
Yeah.
I mean, give me somebody from Coors. David Dahl's probably cheapest and batting at the top of the order.
He's for sale.
I like that, right? He's probably going to bat second or third in Coors again.
Is he steady enough?
Maybe not enough, but there's probably a guy on his team that is.
Yeah, Arnott.
Evan Jackson's. I don't know about this year, but historically he's been, almost reverse splits or gives up power to righties.
Let's go Arenado,
bro.
Arenado,
yeah.
Let's go Arenado, bruh. Value piece on FanDuel. I'm gonna pull this up here. We'll find out some Steve Pearce, huh? Steve Pearce.
How much is he on FanDuel?
He's 2,500. We'll probably find a value play tomorrow.
He's 29 on DraftKings.
Oh yeah, he's a better DraftKings value play, but 25 is still low to the flow. Probably find something. We'll go Steve Pearce, Nolan Arenado, say Lucchese. On DraftKings, yeah, you'll be able to make that work. You'll be able to jam that in. You're not going to get a ton of other super stud bats. You're going to need a couple more of those value pieces. Got to find that glue team, but you can make it work. You can drop 7s on them sideways.
Yonder Alonso's 2,800. Just saying.
I mean, there you go. Yonder Alonso. You move Pierce to the outfield, and you're rolling in that thing, boy. PayPal me for your plays. Just joking. Top three pitchers.
Whoa, I did not think about that. I do like Sale a ton against the Yankees.
Yeah.
What their lineup is and what I perceive to be like the strikeout upside will ultimately determine how much of him I use tomorrow. Like umps, there's so many factors still that we got to consider because getting these pitchers right is going to be important.
Yeah.
I do like Lucchese.
Yeah, I like Lucchese.
I do like Marquez. That's 3. And then I do have interest in Fulte, too.
Fultanovich. I'm going Chris Sale, numero uno as well. I'm going to go with some Caleb Smith. I think it's totally viable to take Padres bats also because the lefty factor, fly balls. But I think Caleb Smith is good, and the Padres are going to strike out regardless. It's just a matter of how many runs do they get on their way to the 8Ks. But and then for number 3, I will go with Skaggs against Seattle because they strike out a shit ton in general and against lefties. Top 3 stacks.
Top 3 stacks. Give me the Red Sox, give me the Rockies, and give me the Dodgers.
Cause you that nasty. I have to go Dodgers number one. I had made that commitment already, earlier in this show. The Red Sox number two, because I also made a pretty big point about them. And the Dodgers be number three because, I'm sorry, the Rockies are number three. The Rockies are number three. Caught myself.
Yeah.
I caught it. Because they're projected for 7.2 runs. Son, 7.2 runs. Son, Dog Watch, who's going deep?
JD Martinez.
I'm going with Steve Pearce. What a wonderful world it's going to be when Steve Pearce at 40% ownership. It's a home run at 2,900 on DraftKings.
Yeah, that's happening.
It's definitely happening.
I'll take Raimel Tapia.
Tapia in the duel. Courtesy of KMG. Triple threes. Let's go with Michael Conforto. Yes.
Nice. And I'll take Max Muncy.
Let's go. Dude, I'm going to go with Austin Meadows, man. I don't give a damn if it's Barrios. I don't give a damn who it is. Everything that is flying off this man's bat is just a rocket. I think that his bat is juiced. He is corking his bat. I think he is. There's no other explanation for...
If you're a Pittsburgh fan,
yes.
Chris Archer, Meadows, and the pitcher.
Glasnow.
Mm-hmm. What?
But you guys still have Steven Brault.
Still got Steven. Dude, Pittsburgh's a contender, and could you imagine how much more of a contender they would be without that trade?
Oh my gosh, yeah, with Meadows and Meadows is a phenomenal player, man. He really is. The Rays.
Meadows instead of Melky Cabrera.
Yeah.
He's probably costing less than Melky Cabrera,
At
too.
this point, I'm sure they would love to have Glasnow over Chris Archer straight up, it's just straight up in the rotation.
Yeah. Think about that. That would probably put them over the top in the Central.
Yeah. They would be loaded. Stacked easy. Is Maximus. If you're a Pittsburgh fan, tell us how you feel about that shit, man.
Oh my God. I could never forgive them.
Comment on this shit.
Not now.
And just pour your heart out. Just pour your heart out.
Yeah. John Irv is from Pittsburgh. I bet he's a Pirates fan.
Yes, he is. He is a Pirates fan. Jay Irv. We have a couple Pirate fans. I know that. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your frustrations.
Yeah, they're 4.5 games behind the Cubs. Yeah. They're about 500.
And they got Chris Archer starting every fifth day. It's
he's starting tomorrow. He's on the slate. Against who they play? Are they playing Milwaukee?
Yeah, Milwaukee against Yelich. Yes. Christian Yelich is homering. That's happening.
Whoa, and Moustakas and Grandal and Thames.
Yeah, they all did today. They definitely did.
Yep.
Yeah, now that we've talked about it, he's probably going to strike out 10 of them, and because that's just the way things go sometimes. So. But yeah, I would think that Milwaukee.
I wouldn't even be mad, man. I loved Chris Archer.
Man.
Used to be this young, upcoming strikeout guy.
Tampa,
used to play him
a lot. Bang, bang, bang. He was good to me over the years. He was.
Like Robbie Ray, he just lost it, and it's been a long time since you saw Archer winning you the slate. Unfortunately,
Robbie Ray. Not gonna say it because you don't say things that ain't nice. You know what I mean? You got nothing nice to say, don't say it. You know what I mean? At least when you're live on YouTube or whatever. I'll save that for when we end the show. Then I'll just kind of let you know what I was thinking. All right, so I think that's gonna do it for the right. No,
that is.
Did we do three? Did we do three for the Dong Watch?
I believe so.
All right, I'm just gonna take your word for it. They'll let us know in the YouTube chat. If you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up, that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, give us a like and a share to support the nation. If you're watching on Twitch or Twitter, give us a follow, give us a retweet. And if you're listening to us on Podbean or iTunes, give us some 5-star reviews. Paulie D, anything in closing before we get up out of here?
No, this is a great slate. We'll be digging into it all night, all day tomorrow. Check us out. 5 o'clock. For lack.
For Paulie D, for myself, the entire White State Nation, as always, good luck.
Yes.